Carl Gustav Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, revolutionized how we understand personality by introducing a framework that examines how people perceive the world and make decisions. While many know Jung as a student of Freud, he eventually broke away and developed his own psychological theories that placed less emphasis on unconscious desires and more on understanding personality through conscious attitudes and functions. His work led to a classification system that remains foundational in psychology and self-development today. Jung believed that understanding our personality could help us achieve self-knowledge, improve our relationships, and live more authentic lives. His typology, based on psychological preferences, is structured around two opposing attitudes, introversion and extraversion, and four key cognitive functions: thinking, feeling, sensation, and intuition. Each person has a dominant attitude and function, which influence how they interpret experiences and interact with others. This essay explores each of the four primary functions and how they are expressed through the two attitudes. By understanding Jung's personality types, we begin to uncover the hidden truths about who we are, why we think and act the way we do, and how to harness our strengths while working on our lesser-used traits. Attitudes, introversion and extraversion. At the foundation of Jung's theory are the two psychological attitudes, introversion and extraversion. These describe how people direct their energy. Extroverts focus outward, gaining energy from interaction, activity, and external stimulation. They often thrive in social environments and are action-oriented. Introverts, by contrast, direct their attention inward, gaining energy from solitude, reflection, and deep thinking. They prefer meaningful interactions over large group dynamics. Jung emphasized that neither introversion nor extraversion is superior. Both are essential orientations. Society often favors extraversion, especially in the workplace. But introverts offer strengths in introspection, insight, and depth. Most people exhibit traits of both attitudes but tend to favor one, creating distinct ways of engaging with life. These attitudes influence how each of the four cognitive functions operates. For example, an introverted thinker might analyze situations internally and remain reserved, while an extroverted thinker is more likely to express logic and structure outwardly, often influencing or organizing others. Understanding this distinction helps clarify how the same function can present so differently depending on a person's orientation. Thinking and feeling, making judgments. Thinking and feeling are known as the judging functions in Jungian psychology, because they help us make decisions. A person with a thinking preference evaluates information through logic, objectivity, and principles. They value consistency and tend to make decisions based on what is true or false, often favoring fairness over harmony. Thinking types are commonly perceived as analytical and pragmatic. In contrast, individuals who lead with feeling make decisions based on values, emotions, and empathy. They consider the impact on people, emphasizing kindness, harmony, and understanding. This doesn't mean they are irrational. Feeling types can be highly principled, but their decisions often come from a desire to connect emotionally or do what feels ethically right. Each of these functions can also take on an introverted or extroverted orientation. An introverted feeler, for example, may keep their deep emotions private, acting in accordance with personal values, whereas an extroverted feeler is more likely to openly express emotions and strive to maintain external harmony. Recognizing how these dynamics play out helps individuals better understand their strengths and communication styles. Sensation and intuition, gathering information. While thinking and feeling guide our decisions, sensation and intuition are the perceiving functions that inform how we gather and interpret information. Sensation types rely on their five senses and tend to focus on concrete, present-moment details. They are practical, realistic, and grounded, preferring facts, proven methods, and tangible experiences. Sensation-dominant individuals are often skilled in observing their environment and maintaining consistency. By contrast, intuition focuses on abstract patterns, possibilities, and what could be, rather than what is. Intuitive types often rely on hunches, symbolic meanings, and future potential. They may seem imaginative or even unconventional, often preferring ideas and theories over routines or immediate facts. Their minds naturally seek out the big picture and underlying connections. Like the judging functions, sensation and intuition can be introverted or extraverted. An extroverted intuitive explores external possibilities and thrives on brainstorming and new ventures. An introverted intuitive, however, dives inward into symbolic meanings and visionary insights. Understanding your perceiving preference can reveal how you interpret reality and how you prefer to learn. Jung's 8 personality types. By combining the two attitudes introversion and extraversion with the 4 cognitive functions, Jung identified 8 personality types. Each type is characterized by a dominant function that shapes the core of the personality and a supporting function that adds balance. For example, someone may be an introverted thinking type with a secondary intuitive function, meaning their internal analysis is complemented by abstract insight. Here's a brief overview of the 8 types. Extroverted thinking organizes the external world logically. Introverted thinking, deep internal analysis and mental structuring. Extroverted feeling, outward harmony and emotional expression. Introverted feeling, inner emotional values and quiet conviction. Extroverted sensation, focus on external reality and sensory input. Introverted sensation, internal impressions and memory-based perception. Extroverted intuition, future possibilities and idea generation. Introverted intuition, internal visions and abstract foresight. While everyone can use all 8 functions, Jung believed we develop them in a hierarchy throughout our lives. Recognizing your dominant type can serve as a compass for self-development, showing you where your natural strengths lie and which functions may need more conscious attention. Applications and MBTI legacy. Jung's typology gained even more popularity when Catherine Cook Briggs and Isabel Briggs Myers adapted it into the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI. This tool classifies people into 16 personality types by expanding Jung's functions and adding judging and perceiving preferences. While MBTI is not without criticism, it remains one of the most widely used personality assessments in business, education, and self-help. Despite being a simplification of Jung's original ideas, the MBTI has helped millions better understand their strengths, relationships, and career paths. For example, knowing whether someone is an INTJ or an ESFP can offer insights into how they handle stress, communicate, or collaborate in teams. However, Jung himself warned against using typology to put people into rigid boxes. Ultimately, the most powerful aspect of Jung's theory is its encouragement of self-awareness. His goal wasn't to label people but to help them grow. By identifying your dominant functions and acknowledging the ones that are less developed, you can cultivate a more balanced and fulfilling life. The truth about who you really are. Carl Jung's theory of personality offers a profound and transformative understanding of human behavior. Rather than seeing personality as fixed or limiting, Jung viewed it as dynamic, a framework for personal growth and deeper connection. His typology helps explain why we think, feel, and act the way we do, and how these preferences influence our relationships, careers, and emotional well-being. The four cognitive functions, thinking, feeling, sensation, and intuition, interact with the attitudes of introversion and extraversion to create a complex and unique personality in each individual. Knowing your dominant type gives you the ability to lean into your strengths and gently challenge your weaknesses, leading to increased self-acceptance and emotional intelligence. In the end, the truth about who you really are lies not in a single label, but in understanding the interplay of your inner world. As Jung famously said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Through the lens of personality types, we gain the awareness to live more authentically, connect more deeply, and become who we were always meant to be.